Did you know that individuals in rural and remote areas are more likely to experience forms of domestic violence and sexual abuse? In this video, we are going to talk about how individuals in our rural and remote areas are affected by domestic violence. We are also going to talk about the unique risks that are present in rural and remote areas when facing domestic violence. Individuals in rural areas create more isolating conditions compared to an individual in an urban area. The abusive partner may disconnect phones, damage or revoke transportation, or use weapons as a form of control to keep an individual from leaving the situation. Individuals in rural areas have a higher rate of having a firearm ownership license and access to a firearm. The abusive partner may also take advantage of the delay in response time for police to arrive at the home due to the large area police could be covering. Individuals in rural areas are more likely to face barriers to leaving the relationship with domestic violence. Some individuals may feel a sense of fear due to judgment from others in their close-knit communities. It has been noted that in smaller community culture, that domestic violence is often seen as a family problem and that other community members should not become involved. This results in the individual fearing whether their abuser will be held accountable for their actions. Furthermore, there is the risk of whether or not the individual will be believed when leaving the relationship due to the relationships they have with other community members. Individuals may feel like there is less privacy in their communities as the individual and their abuser may know the police officers, health professionals, and family violence workers, which can enhance their feelings of not being believed. Families and individuals in rural communities may be more likely to follow traditional gender norms due to their culture and lifestyle. Due to these circumstances, it makes it harder for a woman to leave as she often relies on her partner to provide the income and may not have had a job or career in her life. In the case of income reliance, it can create a barrier in obtaining legal representation. Women in these situations may also face issues with obtaining transportation to a counselor, health professional, or domestic violence shelter due to having little to no access to public transportation. Communities that do offer these resources may be difficult for some to access due to fear of breaching confidentiality related to small communities and the everyone knows everyone attitude. In conclusion, if the individual does have access to transportation or their own vehicle, it is a good practice to keep the fuel tank full or partially full in order to ensure a safe, quick getaway. If the individual has access to a mobile device, keep the battery charged and within reach, as well as turning off location services. If possible, store a bag of personal IDs and necessary items in a nearby town with a trusted person. If you are experiencing or know someone who's experiencing domestic violence, reach out to the Sarnia Lambton Women's Interval Home for guidance and support, or call 911 in cases of emergency.